So last time I forgot to record it. So everyone's like, where's the recording? Well, in the ethers. All right. So I have a little slide here, but we already know. So what we're going to do is make sure the home value alerts are correctly set up, which means there's a landing page that if you haven't customized it, the backdrop is the Bay Bridge of San Francisco. So local agent, and then click on it. Well, I don't live in San. Change that photo with something like a skyline or drone shot or something that's Orange County or whatever market area. For this, no, this is RealScout.
Scout?
Oh, why don't we just dive into RealScout rather than going through the slides? Because
But I didn't. Oh, okay.
so let's go into RealScout. So the new RealScout, even though there's no AI for around, so it looks different. So we're still in a beta test, which means definitely some bugs on the buyer side. So everything's still there from before, it's just moved around. So if you want to look at one, let's talk about if you go to marketing.
Okay.
It should take you into the screen.
I'll go back to real.
It should look.
The market.
So all you need to do here is who's got an address I can toss in here.
Acacia?
15431 Acacia.
Yeah, try that.
West Acacia.
No, it's right here. It says,
Oh.
14531.
14531. Okay,
Acacia.
there we go. So verify if it's the occasionally it pulls up the wrong. So it's a 3-2, 3-bedroom. Is it 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, or is it bigger or smaller?
No, it's 5.
Okay, see that it happens. So it's what would be guesstimate target price?
550.
$1 million. Okay, so you put in a target price, generate and preview report. So what this part will do, they're in all of RealScout. It's the entire RealScout buyer pool. It's going to give you a number of matched buyers. So what it said off the cuff is, as a target price of 15550, there are currently 617 buyers who may be interested in a property like this one, based on buyer activity in the last 90 days. You can mess with the increments over here on the right. So I can go 1%, and it will adjust the graphing. Come on, RealScout. There we go. Or I can go up to 10%.
These are for listings, right?
Yes. So this is like, let's say you're trying to figure out pricing.
Right.
So you can utilize this as a report as based on the amount of buyers in the buyer pool.
Mhm.
Obviously, we're going to have more buyers at $1,000,085,
Sure.
and we're going to have less at $2 million.
Mhm.
So if this is good, then you go and click export as PDF. It'll create a one-page PDF that you could take with you, like if your door knocking expired, or if you wanted to include it in your listing presentation. And this is what it looks like, and it's all branded to you, logo, and all that good stuff. So that is the test the market report.
Have they figured out ancient all of that principle? Like I know they have this printed available, but I like the hotspot thing. You know how it shows you the hotspots?
No,
Have they done that? Okay.
I've actually last year I requested it, but I haven't heard much about it. But I guess what I would do here, I mean, you could screenshot it, you could clip it, you could PDF the page. I know it's extra work. It would be nice to be able to do that.
Okay, so this is in Real Scout, right?
Correct. This is RealScout under marketing,
Marketing.
and then test the market.
Does it, these buyers,
Mhm.
like I just put one in. and
Yeah.
It says there's 699 buyers,
Mhm.
but where are they coming from? Is that the city?
No, that's so out of all the hundreds of I mean, I don't know if it's a million, but hundreds of thousands of people that are actively using RealScout,
Uh-huh.
it's from that pool.
So it could be LA, it could be.
Yeah, they could be from wherever. It doesn't source where they're from exactly. But hey, how are you? Well, good. It's good to see you.
Nice to see you. Yeah, I know.
Oh, so good to see you. Good, good, good.
To be able to say how many buyers.
I like how many are in it.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah,
All right.
okay.
So we used to have something similar when we had the KV Core website where it would tell you based on first team's buyer smaller pool. But again, it's the purpose is leverage, not necessarily a document. All right, so we got that part down. So next, you want to go also to marketing and then go down to where it says landing page. So this is the part where a lot of us have forgotten. So go ahead and click, well, two things. This link right here at the top where it says that is your main RealScout that they will see if you they click on it. So that's one side, and then you want to customize this because your home value alert will also reference this particular page. So to customize it, hit the button underneath it where it says customize landing page, and there's a couple customizations that you can make. One, the most important one, I would change out the picture of the San Francisco Bridge. To do so, it's pretty easy. There's a change photo button at the top right. The hardest part is you want to have a picture to replace it with. So I would advise, like a drone shot or something of the neighborhoods that are in your farm, or I mean, worst case scenario, you could Google something. Just be careful because you don't want to use another agent's photo. If you want to be super legit, you could go to like Shutterstock and you can buy really nice photos for like $30, or they have like a membership. You pay 20 or $30 a month, you get like 10 photos. Nice.
Are they gonna know? Like, I don't know. Something.
It'd be real. I mean, the chances are unlikely, but I just got to give that disclaimer. It happened to me once. Someone, you used my picture. I'm just like, well, the Riverbend is not a hot spot, so I will go take a new picture there.
Oh, the river bend over here north?
Yeah, because I ruffled some feathers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
I have nothing else to do.
well, plus that agent would start an open house at 2 and then leave if nobody came by 3, and then so it was kind of one of those situations. Plus, I use a lot of signs, and that tends to irritate people.
Yeah.
The other thing is, you could also, if you're like playing with AI, you could create a picture with AI if you wanted to, and no one will own that but you want it to look more like the area that you work. So my picture is an aerial shot of Serrano Heights because I had a couple listings up there last year, and that's what I use. So you just click change photo, browse, and thinking really hard.
Well, I don't have any. Look like at that.
Or you can go to Google.
Yeah, you could open up another tab and go and try and find something.
See.
Also, too, it's kind of an extra step, but if you have a Canva account, you could go in there, find some stock photography, and they won't let you save the stock photo, but if you just maybe add your logo to it or put your phone number on it, then you could save it and then now you have an image of
Mm.
stock photography that doesn't cost you anything.
We could do like.
Refresh.
Here, right?
By default, it should show your recent transactions so you can see how I have not been very busy because this is all from last year.
So what you do? Go to default there?
So to get here,
Oh, my list of transactions.
yeah, so that those should automatically come in because this is already connected to your
Mm-hmm.
MLS. And then underneath here, you can change your headshot. If you don't have a headshot, I would definitely add one. So kind of the same process.
I don't have it.
Click change photo, find your headshot, browse, and then add it.
Well, they don't look like Orange County.
All right.
I got cheesecake with strawberries.
Well, hey, you might draw in the foodies. They were like, oh, maybe she's going to show me where to get the best cheesecake. Also, right here, anywhere you hover over, there's going to be a little box with a pencil. That means you can edit that. So this section here, you can have this say whatever you want. You could have it your name, your tagline, whatever you want there. I'm on a team, so that's our mantra and then the name of the team. And then underneath that, this is, again, if you hover over, the little box will come up and then you can edit your bio. So I believe it gives you quite a bit of room because mine's quite lengthy.
Mine's okay, so I have, let me help you find out home bar work with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that where I should put my headshot? Says change photo video.
So I said change photo, right? Yeah, so on that one. Oh, that's interesting. I guess you could add a video too.
That's what I'm getting. But I can put my headshot.
Yeah, I've got a headshot there, but maybe you got a little access to something that we didn't get.
God, I see.
I might look at that because it'd be kind of cool to have a video there. I mean, I have to shoot one, but that might, because that'd be a great place to kind of have an intro commercial, just a quick little 30-second.
I put, instead of like a photo, I put a testimonial. Shot of it.
Yeah, that works too. Because again, this is like kind of the first thing they see. So it's kind of like your Google business page. You want to have your most, impacting draw them in.
On biography here also.
Yeah, so underneath that, that's going to be your biography. So if you hover over there, you should get the little pencil, and then that's where you can go ahead and put your biography. Now, I would advise for SEO, SEM, or SEO purposes, try to keep your bios the same because if they're consistent on Zillow, and because when I do an optimization,
Yeah.
Zillow, Realtor.com, granted, you may have to truncate some of them, but they're pretty much all the same headshots because you're going to get, it's only going to push you that much higher in the Google chain.
What did you call it? The
SEO, search engine optimization. Now that's kind of getting different as AI is becoming more impactful, and then you have a whole nother side of that, LLMs that are kind of like SEO for AI, and that's a whole nother beast. And I have a product for that, but it's not cheap. It's something like between $1,000 and $2,000, but that would get you when I go, hey, ChatGPT, who's the agent that I call in Tustin? Well, it'd be me if I were in Tustin that. But it's kind of interesting. You can do a search before you pay to compete with Michael Kazaz and
Putners.
who?
Putner?
No. Yeah. But they're just on the other side of that. I forget the other person, but I knew about Michael Kazaz because we got into a sign war where he was throwing my signs in the briar bushes, and then I was grabbing his sign and bending them in front of him as he was picking them up.
That's a really
Well,
competitive up there, huh?
well, I pissed him off, and I go. So then the other thing I did is I went and I bought all he had a listing over there on the other side of Mayberry Ranch. I got all their email addresses and started door knocking it. So then he backed off.
Yeah.
And then I started putting out my signs at 5 a.m. before he would get his in. That irritated him. But that was kind of the extent of that part of it. And put all your best information.
So how come it's not letting me put file in? Because I copied and pasted it.
You have to hover and get the pencil.
Oh.
Yeah. There it is.
That little.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a little square with a little pencil.
I just pasted it in. Copy paste.
Okay.
So once we're good with that, then let's go back in.
Okay, so then do you save it once you put that on there?
Yeah, once you change it, then I think it automatically saves. Yeah, it's like a live editor. So once you have email alerts, which is the fourth one down, and then you'll see home value alerts. And as you remember before, home events.
This is so cool.
And also to that link, I mean, you can take that link, houses, and post that on social media like Facebook, LinkedIn.
Wait a minute, so did you say go back to marketing?
The main. So I think it's the fourth one down from the top,
I got it, see.
and then go to home value alerts.
Okay,
And it should take you to the home value alerts dashboard, which essentially is, it looks different, but it's just showing your, based on the addresses that you have in your database, that's how it equates that value.
Look for all your emails.
Yeah, so I'm a RealScout farmer, so that's what the way that I've accumulated this is part of it is SOI, but a lot of it is because I would do, on a good day, 50 to 60 groups through them, depending on the property. There's a few exceptions. Neighborhood, I would buy the email addresses of everybody in that surrounding farm, and then I would blast them. And I was getting a lot in orange, but I would like, and it wasn't staged, and it wasn't her fault, but it wasn't staged. It wasn't very attractive, but I blasted the neighbor because it was an open house on that street. Of the 150 names, I got 20 of them in RealScout, and probably 10 of them are still in here a year later. Decent ratio. And then 43 dashboard views, that means 43 people have looked at their home value alert this month. And again, I haven't done any advertising with this. It's all just been inviting them. And then I have what I do on my my open house flyers is I have, rather than sending them to the First Team website, because I have a First Team website and then I have a GoDaddy website, but my GoDaddy website is linked to RealScout. So you click on anything, it's going to my RealScout and doing saved searches. And then when I do a flyer for open house, the QR code goes to the RealScout link. Them in the RealScout because my experience, it does the best job of nurturing colder leads. And then with the supplement that, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So within this, just to kind of reiterate, top right is always going to show you your that's where you want to look. Well, that's good. At least somebody's in there. And then below that, it's going to give you, client Coolidge Avenue. They just look at their home value update and then 11 listings sold in the area. So that tells me I need to send something out to them. So I'm probably going to go into the local logic and send them the report on orange. Yes, and we're going to get to that part. it's easy to get in there. There's a multitude of different ways. So down here, there's a section that says capture leads. What's my home worth captures new leads? Click on. This is your link to invite people to get a home value alert. And it's a little different from just RealScout, because RealScout just takes them to that first page that we were, and then open up another tab and paste it in there just so you're looking at the same thing. This is specific to home value alerts. So this link you can have at the bottom of your email signature. Maybe click here to get a home value. You could create a QR code, which I can show you an easy way to do it using Bitly. If you're using Max and already creating something, you can also create a QR code in Maxa and then put it into flyer, postcard, whatever you're doing. But this is what they would see. And I will tell you, I've done this for years. Dead cold leads that have 5 to 10% of whoever you invite this to. They may eventually opt out, usually because they're like, oh, my house is not worth that much. I don't care anymore. But it does a really good job because it doesn't spam them like the sign up, here you go, once a month. And it'll come up with, hey, would you like to know the market activity around your home? And then the next one is, 10 homes sold in your area? Click here. Yeah. Right. And that, I think, is house. And then another one is, do you know what your neighbor paid for their house? Yeah. So it will help determine, is that a seller or is it a buyer? Yeah. Because the next step is click here to search for a property, and maybe they want to move to Anaheim Hills. Maybe they want now searching and giving them information on what to buy along with the home value alerts. Another tip, and this
so you would prefer this over the first team home value section on your website?
Well, you can also, I swap mine out because that's an option. You can have them change it out. I did it because I like to keep things very simple and streamlined. Okay. Both reports are very similar. I think the difference is, I don't know if that one shows Zillow, and I've been able to use Zillow as pretty much a talking point to show how useful it is. So that's why I prefer this. I mean, it's for me personally. They both are good, and actually, the one luxury presence is prettier because it looks like all of the luxury marketing. But aside from that, I think they're equally as effective. But I prefer to utilize the nurturing of RealScout versus just letting Follow Up Bus do theirs, because they have one, but it's very basic. It's no different than most websites, which is, oh, you want home value? You got to talk to your agent. You got to talk to your agent. And I don't, yeah, because just in my experience, and I just, again, add yourself in here and sign yourself up so you see what's going out, so you know what's going out. So the same link. So I'm going to go back into RealScout. So to create a QR code from this, what's the easiest way? So you'd go back here where it says copy link to keyboard or clipboard. And then for a free QR code, I think one of the easiest ones to use is Bitly. And you can go to Bitly. So it's bit.ly. It's probably the easiest way to get there. You can log in. If you don't have an account, you can log in with Google. That way you don't have another password to deal with. But they give you, I think, 2 or 3 free QR codes. And it's really easy to use.
Hey, sorry.
That's okay.
I know you helped me with that, but can you go back again? How can I get that?
Stay there.
Yeah, of course. So in RealScout, you're going to go to, first you want to get to this page. So you're going to go to email alerts.
Email.
Now I get out of here, right? Yeah. Okay.
And then go to home value alerts.
Okay. And then go to home value alert.
And then once you go here, remember, this is the dashboard for sellers. So scroll down a little bit. and there's a section that says capture leads.
Okay.
What's my home worth?
My home.
So you click on this, and then this pops up.
Oh, okay.
So then you hit the button, copy link to
Okay.
clipboard, and from there, if you're going to create a QR code, then you go into this system and you go create new.
Oh, create new?
Mhm.
Okay,
And it's going to ask you, what do you want to create? I want to create a new QR code.
okay.
So I click QR code, and it said I'm out of my limit. So, but what I would do is paste
So
it.
we can create a QR code here
Yes,
and we don't need to pay for it?
they give you 2 or 3 free.
Oh, okay.
So I think I need to delete the ones I had in here. So hold on one second.
I usually use,
Okay.
Because I pay for mine.
Oh, so
Yeah.
so if you already have one, you can
Mhm.
use your own QR code program. I just brought up Bitly because if you don't have one and
Okay,
you typically use Maxa, the thing with Maxa is you have to create a document first before you create a QR code in Maxa. So if you're creating a flyer already, then I would go ahead and create the QR code in Maxa, and I can show you how to do that. But if you're just creating one because you're going to use it on different things, then I would create it in something like Bitly, or if you're already using something like I use something called QR Tiger, and I do that because I have about 8 or 9 QR codes because all my open house signs have QR codes. My for sale sign have QR codes. I have signs set up at open houses with QR codes, and mine are dynamic, which means that because I have fixed assets that don't change, then I need to be able to change. I don't want to buy new signs every time I get a listing. So I go into my system and I change the destination of where those signs are going to based on the activity. So if it's a, for sale sign, then I change it to that property. And my open house signs, I'll change it to whatever property I'm doing an open house on. Does that make sense? So the free ones, it's kind of one use and it's always going to be bonded to wherever you're sending it to. So they're kind of throwaway. So that's
use the bit.
I found like we kind of tested the other office. It's probably the easiest of the free. And a lot of people had it because about 5-10 years ago, remember we kept doing link shorteners for things. So it's the program that did that. So let me log out because even though I deleted them, I have too many. I used too many QR codes. So I'm going to log in, and I'm going to continue with Google because I don't want to have another login. And I'll log in as this other Google account. Hopefully I have some free QR codes. Continue.
Well, like just for a plan or something.
Oh, this.
Oh, wait a second. Okay, when it's the
Then I just logged in with another Gmail QR code, and then paste that link.
okay.
And then here's the QR code.
what should it call? Da-da-da-da.
And then I would put a title. What's my home value? Think of this is your headline that. Then what's my home worth? Get your home value instantly. Automated mark. Whatever you want to call it.
Hold on, I'm taking us through a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, there we are. Just in there.
So then if that,
Go here,
Mm.
paste.
then hit, yeah, go ahead and. And then now, if you scan that QR code, it should go to my QR code. Let's see if it works. All right.
No problem.
Garage for 10 years.
Oh, man, really?
So it still works. Yeah.
That's great. It's a visit.
Much more. Yeah, they were a local company too.
Yeah.
Now I did this. Now is that in my RealScout?
So that any place you take that QR code will send them to your RealScout now. So you can use that. So if you hit download PNG, it'll save it. It's like, it works like an image file. So it's really easy to, or you could put it on a sign at your open house. I mean, I would like, if I was doing, I was thinking about, was it Mike Patel created this really pages.
Yeah.
And I was thinking that would be great to have kind of on the back end of it.
Could you go?
We went back in the RealScout and we went under email alerts,
Mhm.
home value alerts,
Got it.
and then we went to capture leads, which is a little further down. Copy link keyboard, clipboard, and then go over to Bitly. We create new, and then we click QR code. And then I paste the link there. It's already generated the QR code. Title is optional, but it's your headline. So I would write something, punchy, like, get your home value instantly, or automated market evaluation, however you want to spin it. Put that there in the title, and then once you're done, you just hit enter. And
Bitly is just www.bitly.com.
it's actually bit.ly. So bit.ly. And you can log in with your Google account so you don't have a second login. And they give you 2 free QR codes. But it's relatively inexpensive if you wanted to utilize this as your ongoing. I think it's something like maybe $10 a month, or like $70-80 a year. It's probably more user friendly. The one that I use, I can show you what it looks.
Brittany, how would you use that?
So
I
your
can put it on my, on your drops, on your market update,
Yeah.
on like, for your home values and find out information.
there's actually a postcard in Access. It's not the greatest in the world, but it's specifically to get your home value.
How about on our notepads?
Yeah,
There it is, down.
why not?
Yeah, on each page. Huh?
Yeah, and then you could also take this link, put it at the bottom of your signature, and go click here to get an instant home value.
Yeah.
When I do flyers for open houses, the front page, I do a 1 page usually, unless it's a luxury property. And then the back of it, I'll have a market report, and then I'll have a call to actions. Scan here to get your instant home value. And if I'm really, really motivated, I'll have the clear signs, the little plastic guys that sit up.
Yeah.
And it'll just say big scan here to get home value, scan here to get market reports, scan here to get property details. And because I like to streamline everything, instead of sending them off to a website, I put it directly to the property page on my RealScout page. That way they're invited, they look at it, and then as soon as they click on it, they have to sign up for RealScout. And I found that RealScout captures them pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay, QR code.
And I would say home value. Because then.
But yeah, the notepads I think would be a great idea.
Notepads are good.
And also
Because it's always there on the back.
Yeah. Just say
Yeah, I mean,
it's on, on the desk, on the fridge, and scan it.
Desktop.
It's at the bottom of the page or something.
Yeah, and there's the rule letters, scan here to get home value.
Yeah.
You could even get
Oh.
magnet on the side of your car.
Yeah.
Well, what I did do for a while, but it's too big to wear anymore, but I had a hoodie that had a QR code on it. And I would just run it, like I would go along Esplanade Trail in Orange.
Yeah.
And I'd get random scans from people scanning my QR, trying to figure out what it is. Oh. And I actually did get a few of them to sign up.
Oh, wow. Are you a hoodie?
Yeah, it was just a hoodie, and the whole back of it was just a big giant QR code.
Oh my God. Okay.
But you can also take this link, you could share it on, Facebook, X, Nextdoor. Nextdoor is heavily underutilized. I just started kind of hammering Nextdoor, and I'm getting a lot of visibility.
That's fine.
And then another place, if you ever send out the market reports, this would really be easy to add the QR codes here. Scan here to get a home valuation, because they're already looking at market reports. Maybe they want to know what their house is worth.
Oh.
People looking at their value.
Yeah, and then that's the thing. You want to make sure to look at what's going on because I'm looking at it right now, like the last 24 hours. And granted, they all kind of go out in the same grouping, but this person looked at it twice. This person's looking at listings. This guy looked at his home value dashboard. Oh, I like that street. So that's the home value alerts. What else do we have in here? Just FYI, you do have access to exclusives. So if you click on exclusive, that's going to be all of your coming soons and your sneak previews. So there is a caveat with that. Sometimes it's not going to show. I don't think it doesn't show your stats, and that's some sort of API issue that they're working on. So it'll show price and address, but it won't show square footage, bedrooms, baths. So you will want to reach out to the agent and be like, "Hey, I saw it on exclusives or sneak. Can you give me some more details?" So it's not that there's anything wrong. It's just the system doesn't pull that through.
Is this pulled from sneak preview?
I think it's a combination of sneak preview and also coming soon, if I'm not mistaken. But kind of, if something does catch your eye, reach out to the listing agent and be like, "Hey, I saw this on, give me the, the details. I might have a buyer for you."
They can see
Yeah.
where the
Cypress.
And then as far as getting people in here, you do get 100 nurture seats, which means is included, you can have 100 people to get their home values, search, do that, and it's included. If you go above that, it's not that big of a deal because it's actually reasonable. So for every 500, it's $5 a month.
okay.
So I'll show you right now. I'm paying $29 a month, and I'm nurturing 1,600. To me, that's very inexpensive.
Yeah. I'm paying $9.99 for 500.
And if I were to spend some time in here, I could probably take it down a notch, but I want to add some more, so I'm going to wait for that.
How many people?
Let me go in, I'll show you where is it?
$5 per month.
I think it's $5 a month for every 500.
290 people nurture.
Yeah.
I didn't know we could do that. I was wondering that was gonna be.
Yeah. They moved it in a different section, so that's why I'm bouncing around. Let me go in here. The automations, auto nurture. Okay. Yeah, I'm actually 1482. So to add more, or is that? Bear with me here.
Oh, just go to billing, right?
That's where I went, but I guess I'm not clicking on the right thing because it should show you like a sliding scale. Oh, here we go. Click update plan.
Go here.
So go billing and then click update plan. And it'll show you if you add 500, see it has a plus and minus.
Mhm.
So if I were to add 500, then it would bump me up another $5 a month. Oh, I'm sorry, it's $10 a month.
$10.
So additional packs of 500 are available at $9.99 a month. Oh, screw this! I'm not using it now. I'm like $9 a month. That's less than a coffee at Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
Try to buy my own coffee.
You
Espresso.
save so much
I
money.
saved so much money. I just went to Nespresso and I bought like 45 coffees or whatever.
Yeah.
Capsules?
Yeah, and it was like $50.
Oh yeah, versus like 10, $15 every time you run through the drive-thru. I have this thing where I haven't paid for Starbucks because I get these little gift cards and I don't go that often. So it's like I just keep loading it up, and then when I do, it's just I'm using it out of the cards.
That goes everything.
Does it everything? Oh, gosh. It's a good thing.
I have this friend, she has to run through it no matter what we're doing. We can be late. Oh, we have to go through Starbucks, and it's like you have to get something.
It's a daily thing.
Yeah, I mean it's
Yeah.
pretty much.
I have my one espresso in the morning.
Same here. We don't have it on
Bless you. I really like the green tea in the machine over here. That's really good.
All right, I'm gonna.
It's really tasty.
So the automation status, I'm disabled. Why am I disabled?
Well, let's see, because you may not have turned it on. So
I don't really need
So there we go. Is let's go over to
Luckily, your turn.
yeah. Oh, here we go.
Ah, hey.
And then what I'll show you is there's a setting where you can tell it to auto nurture the people automatically. Well, let me see where that's at, because again, they moved everything around on us.
People are waiting to be nurtured.
Yeah, it'll warn you. All right, so over in the same, or if I click on automations, over to the right where it said automation status, yours should say enabled now.
Yeah, it does.
Underneath that, there's update settings.
Mhm.
So if you click on that, you have some options. So top one is you want to turn that on, determines whether or not RealScout is automatically applying auto nurture to contacts. And then you have two choices for automation mode. I would suggest apply auto nurture to all new contacts. That way you don't have to go in and start to add it. If you have like your database all dialed in, you could do the top section, but most times you can just have it apply to all the new people. And then you do have a couple choices. It has a default map location. So if you work a certain area, I would start off from that as your center point. So like I'm orange, so I put the center of orange as my default map location. So if your map is like way away from any of your areas, to fix that is you just type in an address of a property in your farm in the area you want to work with, and then it'll make that the center point for your radius, because underneath that, your next choice is what's your radius for listings. I'm at 25, but that's the max you can do. Because because the whole point of this is really kind of it's more localized.
Wow.
And then your last choice, which I probably wouldn't do, is you have the option to suppress your drip campaigns, which means it won't contact them. So I would leave that off, but that's there. I had to stop sending stuff out all of a sudden. And then lastly, you have something called fallback template. So it will create like an alert automatically. So I have one set up. It's single family in Orange County under $1 million. So I have that set up, and then it has a fallback market alert template. This I did not set. It set that for me because technically I'm an Hills agent, so that's why it made market activity for Anaheim my default. So usually your defaults are fine unless they're completely out of the area. I wouldn't change them, but you do have the capability to change those if you want.
Do you think that's a good idea to have a fallback template or not?
I don't think it's absolutely necessary, but because I created some other alerts when they first came out to teach a class on it, I went ahead and just set it to that anyway, just because that seemed to be a popular setting. And I've done a bunch of marketing with, Orange County single family under $1 million. I've done some ads, so it seems to be, and it's kind of high on the SEO keyword, so that's why I have it in there. But it could be differently for whatever market you're working.
That listing, is that alerting you or is that alerting everyone that you have?
It's kind of a name of a search that I created specifically around that subject. But I created that subject because I had done an SEO analysis for Orange County, and that was like there was like 100 hot keywords, and that was one of them. So that's where I came up with that decision. But if let's just say you worked Cowan Heights and that was your niche, then I would probably have it say, Cowan Heights. Or maybe you work the Merediths.
But who does that go to? Everyone that you put in there under that?
It's a fallback search. So as it's dripping like market reports, things like that, it may offer that up as a default search unless they are. So let's just say they don't click on search in any properties and they've done nothing but look at their home value alerts. It may give them that search as an ask. Well, hey, would you like to know what houses are for sale under $1 million in Orange County? So that's why it's called a fallback. But usually it won't get to that because at some point they're most likely to click on market updates, or especially the one, I think this is the hottest one that they use, which is 10, 20, 15 houses sold in your area. Click here to find out about them. Because that would drive me as a homeowner. Because I want to know what's going on, what's selling around me. Maybe I need to sell. Maybe they know something that I don't. Maybe the HOA is becoming insolvent and I should sell now.
So when I click on the fallback
Mhm.
template, I have 92869 condo, which is where I had a listing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Was a condo,
Mhm.
but it's not there. It's only if I click on it.
Let's see, does it have a little?
Not that I,
Oh, you're okay.
What if you wanna change that? Something else?
So let me show you, because what you have to do is you need to create a new listing alert, and maybe that'd be a good idea to us to set that up. So let me show you how to do that. So go back over to email alerts where we're at before, over on the left-hand side menu, and then go to listing alerts. So typically, these would be created by your client, but you can create them for you also.
okay,
So what we do here is let's create our default listing alert. So click on the button that says create new alert. And then this is just like setting up this is the old search. So, I mean, pick your options of where you want the search to be. So think about what's the meat and potatoes of most of your properties that you'd like to sell. Think of price point, area, maybe subtype. So if you're big into condos, focus on condos. But if you just want to keep it broad, maybe just start off with list price. Let's say we do from $1 million to $1.5 million, or whatever you want that to be. I'll do $1 million to $2 million. I'll just be very broad. And property subtype, I'm going to click single family. And then status, I want to do active. Maybe coming soon. Probably don't want to do pending and but it depends. If I was doing this for a client, I might include everything. That way they don't give me a Zillow listing and tell me, well, what about this one? And then you tell them, no, it's going to close escrow tomorrow. So set up your search like you're just setting up a search. You can be as detailed or as broad as you want, but just keep in mind, the more detailed you are, the smaller the pool is going to be. So right now, I'm at 6,847 results. So maybe I want to dial this search in. So I'm going to go back to my original idea and just do $1 million to $1.5 million. And then I click save view results. So let me go back because I didn't put in a city. That would probably be helpful, right?
well, I put in the city, but then when I go to something else, it takes my city away.
Did you click on it? Like, because it should turn in, once you click on it, it should turn into a little box, a little blue box that shows up under city.
Okay.
So
I just typed it in, but then
yeah, they need
yeah,
so it's like that's like a search, and then once you click on it, then it's going to lock it in. So I have 0 results right now. So maybe I need to go out to 2 million. Still have 0 results. So what's going on? So let's do county just to be Be helpful. I spelled orange right. There we go. So now we're Orange County. So that's 735. So I can work with that. So what I did, 1 million to 2 million, single family, active, coming soon, gives me 735 results. I think that's good for somebody that doesn't know
Mhm.
where they're looking. And again, this is for the people that have not searched for something
Mhm.
around their neighborhood or outside of it. So this is, again, this is like a backup default search. So if this looks good, then up at the right-hand corner, there's Save Search and Template. So I'm going to click on that, and I got to move this out of the way. I'm going to save it as a template. So the difference between saving to client and saving to template is, being that I'm going to save it as a template, I can utilize it for the purpose of why we did this. We're going to go back into that other setting and set this as our default template. If I click Save to Client, then this is going to send that search specifically to a client that I choose. So that's the difference between the two options. So for this purpose, we're going to click on Save as Template. And then I'm going to name this template. And again, the naming is kind of your headline. So if you want to make it interesting, if the search is interesting. So mine's pretty basic. So I'm just going to say,
Do they see the name of the template?
yes.
Oh.
So I'm going to say OC. And empty homes. So single. Doesn't look like I'm spelling it right.
Mhm.
But it's not spell checking. Let's just do homes for right now. Between 1 to 2. I'll just call mine that, right? And then you can, like with any search, you can, is it daily search? Is it weekly? So being that this is for not a warm lead, you can hand pick daily, monthly. So I don't know. For me, I think I would set it monthly.
Yeah.
Just to be, because I don't want to, they're cold, so I don't want to, barrage them with a bunch of
Yeah.
emails, because that's the whole purpose why we're using RealScout and not letting Follow Up Boss or another system just regurgitate things. You do have a couple choices: suppress natural language intros. I forget exactly what that is. And the next is send open house reminders before each weekend. That's up to you.
Yeah.
Some agents like to send their people out and catch up with them. Some of them want to,
Be
hold
more
their hand.
protective.
Right. So it all depends on how aged you are. You have the options to do either. So if that all looks good, the last step is create template, is the button right here on the left. Click on that. And then up at the top, it says listing alert template has been successfully created. You can view all your templates at the listing alert templates page, which if you want to go and click on it, it'll take you there and it'll give you a list of all your saved templates. So in here, you can see I have a few in here. I have that one that originally had set up OCSFR under 1 million. There's also a test, my saved. So the one that you created should be at the top. So now that that's in there, now we can go back to where we were. So we were under, where the heck were we? Marketing, no. I think we were under automations and then auto nurture, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
And then if we go there, I think we went to update settings here at the top right, or bottom top right, but under the box under settings. So if you click update settings and scroll down, it should say fallback listing alert template. So again, just to give their explanation, if a drip campaign is suppressed, the fallback template will create an alert the next day if there's no actionable contact data, which means, let's just say they did have a search and nothing comes up because they're looking for under $1 million in Villa Park. Nothing's ever going to come up because there's no time machines in RealScout yet. So this would fall back And if I mean, this OCFR under $1 million, that would work and show them, well,
Yeah.
not there, but maybe in Anaheim,
Mhm.
maybe in other areas.
It'll tell them that?
So it'll just pretty much, well, nothing's available in Villa Park, but hey, check these out. And it does it in a nice, positive, light way.
Mhm.
It doesn't tell them you're being bad.
You're not realistic.
Right. It's not going to do that.
Right.
Be funny if it did, but we're.
Mhm.
So if I want to change it, I just click on the arrow here. And now I can choose the one I just created, which is Orange County single family homes between 1.2 and $1 and $2 million. And then the next one, if I wanted to change that, I'd have to create a market activity alert, which I can show you how to do if you want. That's slightly different. That's more of this is what's going on in this area.
Yeah.
And once you select it, then it's done. You don't have to click. I don't think you have to click. Yeah. So once you select it, it should change it for you. Now, market activity is different. So to set that up would be search. No, hold on a second. It'd be email alerts, market activity alerts. So if I click on market activity alerts, kind of the same thing, only it's
You had to go add alert up there or create a new alert.
correct, exactly. So you click create new alert. And what's my market? So let's do 92705. All right, so there's our map. And then we put in what's our pricing. So let's just, for simplicity's sake, we'll do 1 million to 2 million. So
Rocking Horse Bridge. zip code.
92869. The one on Cannon or the one on Newport?
yeah, the other side of the bridge is 92705, and this side of Newport is like she said, 92869. I remember I had a friend in college, we would argue about that because she lived in there and was like, "You're orange. No, I'm not. I'm on the other side of Newport."
And she has a townhouse in Rocking Horse Bridge.
Okay, 92869.
Yeah.
The townhouses are not.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes, they are.
Okay.
one just came up, a new listing.
Mhm.
Is that where he's looking?
No, she just asked me to put her on this.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay, one came up
Can we
yesterday.
do that from 92869 then? So you just went down to.
Let's do that. Because then that's going to get also Serrano Heights too. And a lot of orange. 2869. Are you ignoring me? 269. There we go. Also gets OPA and Hughes Park and La Paloma, O Medina.
Does all that area.
Yeah. So if that all looks good, I'm going to click preview at market activity alert. And then again, I can pick
Monthly.
bi-weekly, quarterly, manual.
Mhm.
So
They can always go in there and change it.
yes, they can, or you can go pull their record up as them, and then you can adjust all of the timing on this as well. So if they complain to you, yeah, I'm not getting enough, or I'm getting too much, then you can go in and dial it in, dial back, move it
Right.
forward. And then up here, you have a choice. Do you want to show the last 30, 60, 90, 100 days last year?
Mhm.
So depending on how the market is, I would pick that in the most positive light. So it gives you the flexibility to decide how much of it you want to show. So maybe we do the last 60. Or do you want to go back out farther?
No, 6 is fine.
Okay. So if that looks good,
Oh, well, thank you. Is it still working? I doubt it.
so then if that looks good, save as template, and
Mhm.
we give it a name. So I'll call this 92869, market alert, 1 to 2 million. Save as template. And then here, you could create its own tag. So if you wanted to find it in either RealScout or Follow Up Boss, you could call this, like if this was for you and I was more detailed, we could call it Rocking Horse Ridge, But also you can save this to the client and not make it a template as well.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Because then they can go in there and change it.
And then I'm not going to create a tag because it's going to make a mess. So my market template's been created. So again, to go back and set this up as my backup, I go over to automations, auto nurture, and then go over here under settings on the right hand side, update settings.
Why would I want to do this?
Because remember we had two like fallback templates. So we had one, we created one for the listing alert, but we didn't have one for market alert. So we went and created that. So now we can create a fallback market alert template that's specific to what I just created.
Mhm.
So now mine is fallback market alert 92869 to 2 million. And for me, that works because I actually am working part of that area. The other side is 92867, but I can add that later.
So you want to do this for each template?
Well, you want to, setting this up, the auto nurture, you want to have fallback templates that fit the areas that you're marketing. So that's what we're accomplishing here by going
Okay,
through and creating.
templates.
Correct. Yeah. So template is something that you can set up for your own use globally across your whole database. When you save it to a client, it's just for that client.
Yeah. Correct. Which is what I usually do.
Yeah, and most of us do that all the time. So this is really just the purpose of
Mhm.
to properly have this set up, dialed in, so it's only focusing on your market area and not deviating from that. Because I don't know, there's nothing more annoying than when they say, I said I only wanted houses in this city, and I'm getting stuff from the joining cities.
Correct.
So if you tighten it up,
Yeah.
that won't happen. And these are two things that you can do to prevent that from happening.
Mhm.
So that's
Okay.
that's pretty much it for today.
I think we did a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Are you going to be here next week again?
Yes, I think the only day we're gonna take off is we're doing the chili cook-off thing Thursday. So
Oh.
because that's gonna be over there, I think I won't do a class that Thursday.
No class next Thursday.
Yeah, though I might do it on Tuesday.
Got it.
And I'll be on Zoom, but I won't do it here just because everybody most likely is gonna be.
Are you making chili?
I'm thinking about it because Terry keeps talking about how great his chili is. I'm like,
Sounds fun. Maybe it'll be a taste tester.
Thank you, Eric.
you're welcome. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
It's good to see you.
For this?
Huh?
Wow.
I came for yeah, I came for this because he already told me something to do, but I mean I need to be more focused
Refresh.
here
Yeah.
and then I need
To
to
see
learn a little more about that. So
Yeah.
that's
Hands
what
on.
I saw that it was on today.
Mhm.
I said, okay, I better run it.
Come here.
Well,
Yeah.
that means Lisa's sending them out.
I know, I saw the email, yeah. And on Tuesday, I tried to go in the Zoom, but
Yeah.
for some reason, the link didn't work.
Yeah,
You're not doing Zoom or something?
something happened Tuesday.
Yeah,
So I already told them to update the link in the calendar because I think I had the wrong link.
Yeah.
Because you and then Tracy had the issue.
mm-hmm,
So like with me, if you just go to the website, there's a link on it.
Okay.
It says click here to join Zoom.
oh,
that,
okay,
that one always works because that's the one I control.
okay.
So if you ever have trouble, just go on the website and then there's a big banner. It says click here to join.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, because I tried to do that on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And it didn't work.
Okay, yeah.
So,
Yeah,
did
I
that.
always
Just your
look for your
issue.
email and use your link.
I'm sorry, Tracy. What'd you say?
I say I always search for your email and use your link.
Yeah, thanks. And I was just telling Marcella, if you go to my website, even if you don't have my email, there's I put links for both to join the Zoom. So right here, or at the very top, if you click recordings,
Okay.
that'll take you right to all the recordings, all the study guides.
Oh,
So that way, if you miss the email or whatever, you can always catch it, get access to it through here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I want to ask you about the recording. Is it clearly labeled what topic is covered? Because one time I tried and I couldn't figure out what video is
Yeah,
what.
no, I went in there about a month ago and I put them in corresponding folders of the subject line, and then I renamed the actual recordings. So now that I'm controlling all the recordings, they're named appropriately. I realized last year there was just dates on them and it was hard to figure out what is what, but they're more organized now.
It's perfect. You know what I'm going to do? Because in the evenings when I do my computer work, I'm going to play your video in the background to learn stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do from now on.
All right. Well, thanks for joining, Tracy.
Cool,
if I go
thanks.
to
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Website, can I, if I go to the recordings, there, the whole, the other,
Not all of them in there, because there's some times where we had a really good